Hi everyone and welcome back. So I have another Lush hauls today. I know I've had so many Lush hauls lately. This one is mostly bath products, but there's a few miscellaneous ones. So the first thing I've got is something that I used to use but I haven't used it in years, and this is the Lemony Flutter Cuticle Butter, and it's basically like a balm for your cuticles. The reason I got this is because we've moved house recently and we've been doing a lot of housework like painting and all of that sort of stuff that basically just dries out your hands. I'm not massive on like nail care, but I've had so much kind of like flaky dead skin around my cuticles and it's been quite painful, so I got this to basically try and get rid of that, and it's been absolutely amazing. This smells like fresh lemon. It smells so good. I've used this probably 3 times and I've made the smallest dent in it, so this is going to last a long time. One thing I've noticed with this is, like I said, I used this probably about 5 or 6 years ago. I remember it being much more yellow, almost like a neon yellow. It's much more subtle now, but it's exactly the same how I remember it in terms of everything else. It still smells the same, it works the same. It was around £7, I believe. I'll link the price of everything down below, but so far I'm really liking this. I'm really glad I got it. The next thing I got with this, and this is the Scrubby Body Butter, and it's basically a solid body scrub. I've never used any of the Lush body scrubs before. I believe this is limited edition for Mother's Day, and it just looks like a bee. It looks so cute. And it just smells of almost like the honey I wash the kids scent. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is what that is. It does have honey in it, so that's probably what it is. So this bit's kind of like a solid kind of body butter, and then the kind of like black stripes of the bees have all of the kind of like scrubs in it. I haven't used this yet, but it looks so cute. I love bees, so that's why I got that. And that's around £7, I think, so quite expensive. The next thing I got was something completely new to me. I've only found out about this recently, and this is the Salty Coconut Hand Scrub. Like I said, we've moved, we've been doing housework, and so my hands have just been completely destroyed. So I thought this would be good for that. I've never used any sort of hand scrub, so I can't compare it to anything. I haven't used this at all yet, as you can see, but it just smells like straight up coconuts. It smells absolutely amazing. Oh, I can't wait to use this. Again, this was around £7, I think. Not amazingly cheap, and also I think when I do start to use this, I'm probably going to go through it quite quickly. But like I said, I've never felt the need to use a hand scrub before. It's just because of all the housework that kind of dries out my hands, so I might only need to use that once a week, so it might last a long time. Next thing I got was another new product to me. Again, around the £7 mark, I believe. Like I said, I'll link everything below. This is DeFluff Strawberry Shaving Soap, and it's called shaving soap. It's basically shaving cream in a pot. So it's like bright pink. This smells like strawberries. It smells like the Strawberry Fields massage bowl, which I didn't realise until recently. It's called Strawberry Fields Forever, which is obviously meant to be a play on the Beatles song, and I've only just made that connection, so I'm very late on that train. I've used this once to show my legs and it worked really well. I liked it. It smelled nice. It left my skin feeling soft afterwards. So I must admit, whenever I do shave my legs, I normally do it dry. I don't use any sort of like shaving balm. I just use water. So it's not too great for my skin. So my legs have been feeling quite dry lately. So I got that to try, and so far I'm really liking it. But like I said, I've only used it the one time. Another new product I've got was this, and this is the, I'm going to butcher this name, Oromako. It's a solid deodorant. It does say hand and body, which I'm not really sure how you can use a deodorant on your hands. I've only used one of Lush's solid deodorant before, and it was their Tio solid deodorant. I hated it. It was awful. It smelled terrible. It didn't do anything. This one, it doesn't smell too bad. It does smell quite pleasant. Like, it's not obviously amazing smelling, but it's not like the Tio one where it's actually really unpleasant just to smell. It just smells very clean and fresh, and this is just a clear chunk. The Lush girl also said that this was good for sensitive skin after shaving, which is what I have. I've only used it once. I used it a day. I didn't notice that I smelled anything. I didn't feel as though I was sweating, and I've also been ill the past couple of days, and probably too much information, but you know when you're ill you do tend to sweat more, and I didn't notice any issues. So far I'm very impressed with this. I'm just trying to go down the more natural route with deodorant, so I really hope that this does work out, and this big chunk is going to last me a long time, so fingers crossed that works. And then moving on to bath stuff, I probably should save this one till last, but there's kind of a body product time with this, which are these 2 charity pots. Now my local Lush store had an event where you could actually make a bath bomb, which I've never done before, but in order to do that you had to buy one of their charity pots, so that's why I have 2 of these. I've used the charity pot before in the past, and I must admit I'm not a massive fan of the scent, so it's not something that I tend to buy. But yeah, these are just their kind of like sample sizes. It just seems very average as like a body conditioner or body moisturiser for me. I love that it is obviously for charity, but in terms of a beauty product, it's not something that I personally like, so I don't tend to buy the charity pot. But by doing that, you've got to make a butterball. So I made one and my fiance made one. I've used my one, but I've kept this one just to show you, because you actually basically push it together and then you get a Lush mould, which I think was really cool. I'm going to keep this mould forever and basically try and make my own Lush bath bomb. So I don't know if you can see on the top there, it actually does say Lush, and then it's just a butterball. So I basically paid £1 for a charity pot lotion, a butterball, and the kind of like mould. I've never made a bath bomb from Lush before, like I said, so it was just kind of like a cool, fun, like little concept to do. So that was that. Next bath product I got was the Equal Baby Bot Bath Bomb. That's a mouthful. I get this quite a lot because it's their cheaper bath bomb. It's £1.95 and it smells of lavender, which I love. And it basically just looks like a little robot. My one's a bit messy looking. Yeah, it's just really sweet. Smells of lavender, which I love, and like I said, I buy this a lot because it's their cheaper bath bomb. Their other bath bombs are kind of like double the price. I know you can split it in half, but it's quite hard to do that, whereas this you basically kind of have the work done for you. And tea's a bit easier to snap in half as well if you do want to get 2 baths out of that one. And then the next product I got was the Creamy Candy Bubble Bath. This is my favourite Lush product of all time. I've probably bought, realistically, about 100 of these, not even exaggerating, over like the, say, 10 or so years that I've been into Lush. I absolutely love this. It smells of the Rockstar soap scent, which is that kind of like creamy, sweet scent. Oh, it just smells amazing. I love this. And it kind of has, I don't know if you can see, almost like chunks of shea butter in it as well, which is really good for moisturising. One thing I don't love about this is they've changed the colour of it, I think a year or 2 ago, so it's kind of like this more neon pink. I definitely preferred it when it was much more of the subtle baby pink colour. Thankfully, it's not changed the formula or anything. It still smells amazing. I didn't get the prettiest slice. With the Lush product, I always get whatever looks the biggest, because you're paying, in terms of the bath products anyway, you're paying by individual products, not by weight. So that's why this one doesn't look as nice, because I basically picked whatever one was the biggest. So that's that. And then the last product I got was something that I've used before, but not for a couple of years. And this is the Big Blue Bath Bomb. And it just kind of basically smells like the seaside, but not quite. It smells like the seaside almost mixed with lavender. And it is just basically, as the name says, a big blue bath bomb with chunks of seaweed. Just because I wanted to try something different, I tend to just get the Sex Bomb bath bomb because that's my favourite. But I have used this in the past and I do really like it. And it smells amazing. It almost smells like sea salt as well. Really, really pretty bath bomb. I will probably try and split it in half as well, because I think this was around £3 or £4, so they are quite expensive. I did also want to get the Honeybee bath bomb, but I couldn't see it. And I've been to other Lush shops since and I haven't seen it, so I think it might have been discontinued. So hopefully it hasn't been, because I do really want to try that as well, because it's in the Honey and Wash Kids scent. So that was my kind of very quick Lush bath and miscellaneous haul. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.